Alrighty, people, it is our last day of stations. Alright, so let's look at this first problem. Mary, okay, let's make this straight. Okay. Mary, Shalinda, and Ray had $135 to spend on a community garden. They spent $54.85 on fertilizer. Then they spent $24.50 on bedding plants and $46 on roses. How much money did the children have left? Okay, so I know that they had $135, right? Had $135. I know that they spent the following. They spent $54.85. They spent $24.50. And they spent $46, right? So if they had that much and they spent all that, my strip diagram is going to look something like this, because spent means take away, right? Yeah, spent means take away. My whole is what they had, right, to start out with. So my whole would be 135. I have 4 parts, not just 3, because I have what's left over, right? So they spent this much, this much, this much, and then this much is how much is left over. That's going to be X. That's going to be my other part that when added to these is going to make up $135, okay? So we've got $54.85, we've got $24.50, and we've got $46, okay? So what do you think I'm going to do? I need to add these up, and that will make my one whole part right here, right? And then I can subtract this from this to get my other part, right? Okay, let's do it. So we've got $54.85. I'm lining up my decimals. Oops. Lining up my decimals, $24.50 and $46. Do you see how my decimals are all lined up? Yes, Miss Hartgrove. Okay, bring down my decimal. 5 plus 0 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 5 plus 0 is 13. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. Right? Correcto? Yes. So this is $119.35. So all of the stuff that they spent this much money, and they want to know how much their change is if this is how much they started with. So I'm going to do $135 because this has a decimal on it right here. I need to make sure that I have my decimal 00. Don't forget that, y'all. $119.35. Can I do 0 minus 5? No. Can I borrow from this 0? No. Can I borrow from this 5? Yes. 5 becomes a 4. 0 becomes a 10. Got to borrow from that 10. 10 becomes a 9. 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5? 5. 9 minus 3? 6. 4 minus 9? Can't do it. So borrow from the 3. 3 becomes a 2. 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 9? 5. 2 minus 1? 1. So his change is $15.65. So if I were to add up how much he spent and the leftover, it would add up to be $135. All right, so the answer is, we didn't get the right answer. Did I do everything right? $24.50, $54.85, and 46, 13, 10. Oh, Miss Hartgrove. Oh, Miss Hartgrove. This is 15. Oh, Miss Hartgrove, Miss Hartgrove. Hold on. Is it 115? Oh, man. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. Yes. And then 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. So we've got 125. Okay. Looks like we got to resubtract. See what happens? This is real life, y'all. This is real life. $135 minus 125. Okay. Did I do it right? It's getting really irritating. I think I did. 10, 15, 6, 8, 12. Yes, I think I did. If I didn't, just whatever. Whatever. Can't borrow from I can't do 0 minus 5. Can't borrow from this 0. Got to borrow from the 5. 5 becomes a 4. 0 becomes a 10. Got to borrow from the 10. 10 becomes a 9. 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5. 5. 9 minus 3. 6, 4 minus 5, can't do it. 3 becomes a 2, 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. So the answer is 965. That answer's there. It's C. Okay? And we're erasing. Next problem. Dennis prepared for a piano concert. He practiced 1 hour and 30 minutes on Monday, 2 hours and 45 minutes on Tuesday, and 3 and 1/4 hours on Wednesday. How many total minutes did Dennis practice on these 3 days? Oh man. Okay, we gotta do some time conversions here. So I need to figure out how many minutes are in an hour and 30 minutes. So I'm going to do a double T chart. So let's do 1 hour and 30 minutes equals some number. We've also got 2 hours and 45 minutes equals something, and then 3 and 1/4 equals something, okay? So let's convert 1.5 hours. So I'm going to convert, well, I don't need to do a double T chart for this because I know that in an hour there are how many minutes? 60 minutes. So 60 minutes plus 30 minutes would be 90 minutes, right? Okay. So 2 hours and 45 minutes, I can do that. So if I'm going from hours to minutes, I'm looking for minutes, that's why it goes on the right side, right? So 1 hour is bigger, 60 minutes are in that hour. Plug in my 2. How do I get from 1 to 60? Times 60. 2 times 60. Find your hidden fact. What's 2 times 6? 12. Add my 0. So that's 120 minutes in the 2 hours. Add that 45 onto it. 0 plus 5 is 5. 2 plus 4 is 6. 1 plus nothing is 1. So this is 165 minutes. Okay? 3 and 1/4 hour. So if I have going from hours to minutes, okay, which one's bigger? Hour gets the 1. 60 minutes are in that hour. 1 times 60 is 60. Plug in my 3 times 60. So find my hidden fact. 3 times 6 is 18. Add my 0. Okay, so now we've got 3 hours is 180 minutes, but we need to find out what 1/4 of an hour is. Well, if I plug 1/4 in, 1/4 times 60, let's talk about this for a second. If I have 1/4 times 60, it becomes, I multiply the numerator times the whole number, and it becomes 60 over 4. That's what it means to multiply a fraction times the whole number. Technically, when you have a 1 on the top, you're just dividing your whole number by the denominator. So we're doing 60 divided by 4, okay? Let's go ahead and do that. 60 divided by 4. How many groups of 4 can I get out of 6? 1. 4 times 1, 4. 6 minus 4, 2. Bring down the 0. How many groups of 4 can I get out of 20? 5. 4 times 5, 20. 20 minus 20, 0. So 15 minutes is equal to 1/4 of an hour. So 180 plus, hold on, let me line up a place value. 180 plus 15, 0 plus 5, 5, 8 plus 1, 9, 1 plus nothing, 1. So this is 195 minutes. Do you see all these steps I'm taking? So I'm converting the hours and I'm adding the minutes. That's a mixed measure problem. Now I can add 195 plus 165 plus 90. 5 plus 5, 10. 1 plus 9, 10. 10 plus 6, 16. 16 plus 9, 25. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 450 minutes, which means our answer is J. Now, what would we do if they had asked us to find this in hours and minutes? I'll tell you what we do. We would convert it back to hours. We would say we're going from minutes, and we're looking for hours. An hour is bigger, right? So, so we can do 60 minutes are in an hour. 60 divided by 60 is equal to 1. Plug in my 450 minutes and divide by 60, right? So if I were to divide by 60, remember it's just like dividing by another regular single digit number, right? 450 divided by 60. How many groups of 60 can I get out of 4? None. How many groups of 60 can I get out of 45? None. How many groups of 60 can I get out of 450? Well, it's the same thing as counting by sixes and see how many you can get out of 45. Okay? So let's count by sixes. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. 7 groups of 6 out of 45, so 7 groups of 60 out of 450. Oops, hold on. So that 7 goes over here. 60 times 7, well, what's 7 times 6? 42, add your 0. Okay? So 0 minus 0, 0, 5 minus 2, 3, 4 minus 4, nothing. So it would be 7 hours, and your remainder would be 30 minutes. Okay? So that would be 7.5 hours, right? Look how they tried to trick you. Look at this answer choice. It says 7.5, but look at the unit. It says minutes. So if you had converted that back, and you saw that this is 7.5 and you didn't read carefully, you might get tricked. Okay? Moving on. I know I'm taking a while on these problems, y'all, but this is a really important unit that you understand is this measurement unit, okay? At Supermart, that's not very grammatically correct, is it? It would usually say at the Supermart. Okay, so at the Supermart, a pound of grapes cost $1.80. Ariana purchased 2 pounds of grapes. Ariana then gave the clerk a $10 bill. How much change did she receive? All right, let's talk about this in strip diagram form. So I see 1 pound of grapes is $1.80, and she purchased 2 1-pound groups, right? So my parts, I have one $1.80, and then I have another $1.80. What's my whole? How much did she pay with? A $10 bill, right? $10, and they want to know how much change did she receive. We'll call that X. How am I going to figure this out? I need to add these up first, right? Add my parts up. I'm telling y'all, if you can just put everything into a strip diagram, your life will become a lot easier, okay? Let's do $1.80 plus $1.80. Line up your decimals. 0 plus 0, 0. 8 plus 8, 16. Bring down your decimal. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So she spent a total of $3.60, right? Well, if I take my $10 and want to subtract it, $10.00. Do not forget that. If you get this kind of question wrong on the STAR test, I'm going to be like, tisk, tisk, shame, shame. You know, if you pay with a whole amount of money, like a $10 bill, a $20 bill, a $50 bill, you better add that decimal 00, okay? And we're going to subtract $3.60. Bring down my decimal. 0 minus 0. 0 minus 6. Can't do it. Can I borrow from this 0? No. Can I borrow from this 1? Yes. 1 becomes a 0. 0 becomes a 10. Okay, I still have a 0 minus 6 situation, so I got to borrow from the 10. 10 becomes a 9. 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6, 4. 9 minus 3, 6. So her change is $6.40, which is F. Okay? It's always so nerve-wracking because I've made so many mistakes. Is it going to be there? Is the answer going to be right? Okay. That's why you don't rush like I'm rushing, right? Because if you rush, you will make mistakes. All right, the stem and leaf plot summarizes the number of plants sold by 12 companies at Carl's Nursery in a 1-week period of time. Okay, so when you see a stem and leaf plot and they're asking you for some other form, you better expand your stem and leaf plot. Can you see me? Oh, it's upside down. Whatever. You can see me upside down. You better extend your stem and leaf plot. Okay. Ugh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. So, if we expand it, it's going to look something like this. Remember, your stem is how many tens you have, and your leaf is how many ones. So my first number would be 1 10 and 3 ones, 13. My next one would be 1 10 and 7 ones, 17. 2 10 0 ones, 20, 25, 26, 29. Moving on to the 30s. Remember, when it has a 0, it means that it means like 30, right? But if there was nothing in this 3 column, right? If there was nothing here, that means that there's no numbers in the 3 with a 3 in the tens place, right? So we've got 30, 32, 38. Moving on to the 40s, we've got 42 and 43. Okay. So, which frequency table represents this data? So they've got it within like how many numbers have that number in the tens place. So, I mean, how many numbers are in the teens, right? How many numbers are in the 20s? How many are in the 30s? So how many numbers are in the tens or teens? How many have a 1 in the tens place? 2, right? Tens, 20s. We're going to do this right here. 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s. Okay? So how many numbers are in the 20s? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 are in the 30s. And 1, 2 are in the 40s. You see what I just did? I knew what they were asking for, so I went ahead and made my own frequency table so that I can compare it. Well, which one has this combo? Which one? It is... Ooh, they totally tricked you here. What's the difference between these two? On this one, the tally does not match the frequency. It has 1 tally, but then it says a frequency of 2. We needed to have a frequency of 2 because there's 2 numbers that have a 4 in the tens place. So that's why the answer is C. Because C has 2, 2 in the tens, 4, 4 in the 20s, 30s is 3, 3, 3, 3, right? 40s is 2, 2, 2. It matches. All right, so the answer is C. All right. The calendar below shows the number of cars washed at a coin-operated car wash during the month of April. Which stem and leaf plot represents the data on the calendar? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in order from least to greatest, right? If you have a set of data and they're asking you to put it in a stem and leaf plot, we need to put it in order from least to greatest. So what's the smallest number we see? 7, so I'm just going to cross it off with my pencil so we can tell what's going on. All right, 7, and then what? Looks like 9, 9, and then 12, 12, and then it looks like 16, yes, 16, and then 18, and then 21, and then 24, 26, oops, I forgot 25. Hold on. 25. Oh, there's 2 25s. 25, and then we'll do our 26 again. Right? Okay. And then I think 28. Yes, 26, 28, 31. It looks like there's 2 31s. And then 33, 34, 36, 37. Oh, we forgot 32. Ay. We'll come over here and put it. 32, 33. See, do you see how easy it is to just correct your mistake? And then we need to cross out 36 and 37. And then it looks like the next one would be, there's two 40s, right? Do you see the steps I'm taking to make sure I do these in order? 40, 40. And then we've got a 42. I think should be the next one. 42, then 44. 42, 44. 40. Oops, nope, there's a 43 and a 45. Hold on. 43, 44, 45, 47, 48. Okay? I believe I got them all. Did I get them all? Is there an extra 34? Did I miss that? Yes, there are two 34s. I missed that last 34, so we'll go ahead and add that one in. Okay. So I'm going to count to make sure I have all of them. So there's 30 here, so I should have 30 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Okay. What did I miss? Okay, here's a 39 that I missed. So there should be a 39 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Still missing 2. Okay, there's two 40s. Okay, so I have 25. Yes. Is there another 25? Yes. Okay, 7, 9, 12, 6, okay. Oh man, y'all. I missed one, so we'll just see which ones we know cannot be it. So this one starts with a 6, right? And I don't even have a 6, so I'm going to make sure that I don't pick that one, so it can't be A. So... Oh, sorry, I'm listening to the announcement. Okay. So we have 07 and 09, right? Because 7 and 9 have nothing in the tens place. So that's why the rest of them start with 07 and 09. Over here, we have 12, 16, 18. Is that right? 12, 16, 18? Yes. And then we have 21. Do we have two 24s? That is the question. That is the question. We do not have two 24s, so that is why this one can't be it, because look, 24, 24. Two 4s means that there are two 24s. So C can't be it. Let's keep looking down here. So we have 21, 24, 25, 25. There's two 5s. Look, this one only has one 5. This one has two 5s. So the answer is D. I messed up somewhere in that, y'all. That's a lot of numbers. Hopefully they won't give you that many numbers to deal with. Okay? Sorry, that took forever. She's messing up over here. All right, Haley gets up at 6:25 a.m. She leaves her house at 7:19 a.m. to catch the bus for school. How many minutes does she have to get ready before she leaves for school? So if they're asking how much elapsed time, I'm going to make a triple T chart. Start, end, hour, minute. Okay? So we start at 6:25. What's 6:25 plus an hour? 7:25. Does that go past my end time? Yes, it does. So I cannot add an hour. So I need to add minutes to get to the next hour. How many minutes? What's the next hour after 6:25? 7 o'clock. How many minutes to get from 6:25 to 7 o'clock? Actually, if you wanted to, you could get from 6:25 to 6:30 first, right? Whatever works for you. So that would be plus 5 minutes. And then we're going to have 6:30 become my new start time. And to get from 6:30 to 7 o'clock, I would add 30 minutes, right? 7 o'clock is my new start time. What's my end time? 7:19. How many minutes from 7 o'clock to 7:19? 19 minutes. So I just need to add all those up. 5 plus 0 plus 9 is 14. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 54 minutes. The answer is J. That was fast. All right. Kathy and Becky began watching a movie at the time shown on the first clock. The movie ended at the time shown on the second clock. So we have a start time and an end time. How long was the movie? Okay, this is tricky. Let's look at this clock right here. So what time does this clock say? It's not to 5 o'clock yet. I know that it looks like that hour hand is pointing at the 5, but if I have the minute hand pointing at the 55, isn't it really close to the next hour? Yeah, if I have 55 minutes, it's getting really close to that next hour, but it's not there yet, right? So, I know that if I'm getting really close to 5 o'clock, but it's 55, it's probably 4:55, and that's getting really close to 5 o'clock. So my start time is going to be 4:55. Write that down. And let's look at what time this says. So if it's between, the hour hand is between 8 and 9, that means it's going to be 8 something, right? 8:25. So 4:55 to 8:25. If I were doing elapsed time, we need to make a triple T chart. So we've got start, end, hours, minutes. All right, my start time is 4:55. If I add an hour to 4:55, where does that get me? 5:55. Is 5:55 past my end time? No. So I can add an hour. 5:55. Okay, 5:55 becomes my new start time. What's 5:55 plus an hour? 6:55. Does that get me past my end time? Nope, so I'm good. 6:55 is my new start time. If I add an hour to 6:55, where does that get me? 7:55. Does that go past my end time? Nope. So I'm good. 7:55. Start with 7:55. If I add an hour to 7:55, where does that get me? 8:55. Does that go past my end time? Yes, it does. So I can't do that. So I need to go to the next hour. What's the next hour after 7:55? 8 o'clock. How many minutes to get from 7:55 to 8 o'clock? Plus 5 minutes, right? 8 o'clock becomes a new start time. What am I trying to end at? 8:25, right? Okay, so how many minutes between 8 o'clock and 8:25? Plus 25 minutes. So how many hours did I add? 3 hours. And 5 plus 25? 30 minutes. So my answer should be 3 hours and 30 minutes, which is B. Do you see how they could have gotten C? Because if you had said that this was 5:55, well, between 5:55 and 8:25, we're subtracting an hour. So that would be 2 hours and 30 minutes. So if you read this clock wrong, they're going to have an answer choice that matches whatever you would get if you read that clock wrong. So you better read your clock right. Almost done. Okay. 14 schools participated in a track meet. The numbers below show the number of students on each team. Which dim and leaf plot summarizes the data correctly? When I see data like this, I need to put it in order from least to greatest. Let's see if we can do that a little faster this time. So my lowest number is 14, and then 15, and then 20, and then 23. Let me cross them off. Hold on. 14, 15, 20, 23, 32, 33, 36, 32, 33, 36, 38, 44, 45, 38, 44, 45, and then 50, 56, 59. Okay, so let's find the 7-leaf plot that matches. Can you see? Uh-oh. Okay. Can you see? Oh, no, you're not going to be able to see that. I'll just put this up here. I'll put this right here. We'll put this right here. Okay. So my first one should be 14 and 15. Which one does not belong? This one, because I only see 1, 5. I don't see a 1, 4 like I do the other ones. So C, we can eliminate. Then we have 20 and 23. 20 and 23, 20, 23. Uh-oh, 20 and 27. We can eliminate D. So it's either A or B. We've got 32, 33, 36, 38. 32, 33, 36, 38. This one only has 32, 33. All right, there's our answer, A. So do you see, you just have to do process of elimination, okay? All right, Marcus and his uncle went fishing last weekend. The dot plot represents the number of tilapia caught and the different lengths of the fish. If you can't read this word tilapia, should you get hung up on that? No, it doesn't matter. You could say number of rainbows if you wanted to, just as long as you know that it's talking about the number of something. So, each dot, it doesn't say anything about each dot representing more than one, so we're good on that one. So how many do we have on 13 and a half? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 13 and a half, right? So on 13 and a half, on the frequency table, I should have 5, okay, 5, okay, and 5, okay. This one only has 4. I can eliminate it. Don't even look at it anymore. Okay, 13 and 3/4, I should have 2. 2, okay, 2, okay, 2, okay. All right, 14, I should have 4. Okay, 14 has 4. 14 has 6. Get rid of it. And 14 has 4 on J as well. So G and H are eliminated. 14 and 1/4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 14 and 1/4 has 6 here. And it has 7 here. So the answer is F. Okay? If I were writing on these, which I'm trying not to, I would make sure that I label that this is 5, 2, 4. You see what I'm doing? So I make sure that I understand that those are what the numbers that should be on the frequency tables. And we're done. Thanks for watching your last boot camp review video. Bye.